Welcome to Park City, Utah. So we are in Park City, which is one of the ski resort towns right outside of Salt Lake City, about 30-minute drive. But it's not snowy winter season yet, so we're here during the fall time, just exploring the city, because this is one of the most anticipated things that we wanted to do here around Salt Lake City. So our first stop here in Park City is on Main Street. And this, of course, is the main street here in the middle of the city. There's plenty of shops and restaurants. We actually just finished eating some drinks and salsa at one called Tequila's Mexican Grill. I would say it was pretty decent. If you're not used to the South Tex-Mex food, I think you'll love it, but it was a little...
And she meant drinks and eating some chips and salsa.
Yeah.
Umbrella's a little much.
We didn't try the food, but it was a little mediocre, but I didn't think it was bad. So you may want to try it out for actual food. But right now we're just walking around town, and then we have a museum excursion a little bit later, but we'll get into that when we get there. So when you first come into the main street, you'll see signs for public parking. So we parked in this little small parking lot right on the outside of Main Street. It's free parking unless you visit between 5 p.m. and 12 a.m. I think, but during the normal daylight hours, it is free to park. So we just finished exploring Main Street. Honestly, a lot of it was closed. I don't know because it's a Sunday or it's off season, because I know Park City is like booming during the winter. A lot of things we wanted to see, or the interesting stores, were closed, but most of the restaurants seem to be open, so we're headed to our next place. If you're coming to Park City during the winter, don't worry, because we are here the entire winter, staying in Salt Lake City, and I know for a fact we're going to be returning. So click that subscribe button, because you will see a lot of Utah content coming up from us in the next couple of months if you're interested. And don't forget to like this video, because it helps us out so much more than you realize. We have made it to our next destination. We're here at Utah Olympic Park. If you didn't know, in 2002, Utah hosted the Winter Olympics, and Park City was one of the arenas, and you can see right behind me is the bobsled arena. So we booked a tour, and I believe this tour is one of the only ways you can see some of these exhibits. It's $15 a person for an hour tour. You get on a shuttle bus and see some of the ski jumps and everything. So we wanted to do that because that's very unique to this part of Utah. So I read this little thing here, and during the months that don't have snow, this was a training ground where you ski down, you do your little flips, and you land in the pool. So the pool kind of helps you land since you're not landing on bare ground. It's a really cool view over there though.
This is a ski jump.
What's really awesome, inside the visitor center, there's 2 free museums that you can go and check around, even if you're not booking a tour. So if you don't want to pay for anything, just come, explore the area, see the little ski lifts and stuff on the outside, and I think it would be a cool little excursion to do. We just paid for an interactive experience, kind of like soaring at Disney World. You'll see. This museum upstairs is probably the best of the 2. You definitely have to come see all the cool Olympic stuff up here. You guys, official Olympic medals right here. Every Olympics, they give participation medals. And these are a couple of them. The gloves have spikes on them.
Or
This is the
so basically
luge.
what they mean is luge riders or Spider-Man.
Ah,
That's what they call them, the walls.
what are those?
So we just finished at the Olympic Park. Highly recommend if you're ever in Salt Lake City, come check it out. Not only are you supporting a great organization like Salt Lake City and their Olympic Park needs, but you're learning a great deal about the Olympic history and all the cool things that went into this park. One thing that we learned about the 2002 Salt Lake City Winter Olympics, it was the most profitable Winter Olympics yet. It actually was a positive revenue of at least $50 million, and they're going to have a very strong bid for the Winter Olympics probably in either 2030 or 2034. Our tour guide was actually one of the long jump skiers. He's training for it, and he's
Nordic ski jump.
Nordic ski jump is what he does, and it's going to be even more profitable if they can get the bid.
Yeah, and he says they have a really strong bid because most of their
facilities are still being used for the Olympics, so they're still up to date. They're still being used daily to train for all the athletes here that are based in Park City. So he said if anything, it'd just be touch-ups and renovations. They wouldn't actually have to build a brand new Olympic arena. So.
And our tour guide actually was one away from making the 2018 Olympics, and he's going. Yeah. One spot away from making the 2018, and he's attempting to go for the next Winter Olympics.
So next week,
I thought that was cool.
Yeah, next week he's going to do a competition to get placement, so he can try to get placed for the next Winter Olympics.
Yeah,
so it's really neat.
So highly recommend. But we have some more things to do around here in Park City, so stay tuned. So we are at our next stop, and you will never guess what activity we're doing today. We are scuba diving. Technically, we're in Midway, Utah. This is called Homestead Crater, and it's the only warm scuba diving destination in the entire USA. So of course we had to come. We're big scuba divers. We're adding this to the Park City video because I feel like Park City kind of took this crater under their tourism wing, but it's technically in Midway, Utah. But we're super excited. We're about to check in, so we'll see you in the crater. So we're done at Homestead Crater. Just so you know, if you don't scuba dive, you can swim and snorkel. And I saw that they have paddleboard yoga some days, so that's pretty cool. But overall, we kind of felt weird. I think it was diving in elevation. We both kind of feel like, I don't know, we felt weird under there, and then also it was pretty dark, so I felt a little anxious. I don't know how Sam felt,
But they do have a skeleton down there just chilling, so.
Yeah, but we didn't stay down long, maybe like 15 minutes, but because there wasn't really much to see, but I think it was a great experience. The water felt great too. So that's one thing that you can do if you're in the area, so stay tuned.
We've done just a few things that you can do in Park City while we're still waiting on the snow. So hopefully here in the next few weeks, we're gonna be having a lot of more snowy content.
Don't forget to click that subscribe button because we will be visiting a lot of places around Utah and you won't want to miss our epic travel vlogs.
As always, we'll see you guys on the next big adventure.